Welcome to the Mrs. X Finance channel. I am your host, Katie. Today we'll be discussing people who pretend to be rich but are actually broke usually display these 10 subtle behaviors. This is from the Small Business Bonfire article. Before we jump into that, I just want to do a quote of the day. If friends were money, I'd rather have 4 quarters than 100 pennies. Number 1, living beyond their means. One common trait among people who pretend to be rich but are actually broke is living a lifestyle they cannot afford. This often manifests in excessive spending on luxury items such as fine dining and maintaining an outward appearance of wealth. These individuals are often seen with the latest tech gadgets, designer clothes, or driving high-end vehicles. However, behind the scenes, they may be drowning in debt and struggling to pay their bills. This contradiction between appearance and reality is a clear sign of financial instability. So the next time you see someone flaunting their wealth, take a moment to consider whether it's genuine affluence or all a facade. Number 2, always picking up the tab. This is a behavior I've noticed myself in people who are trying to project an image of wealth. On numerous occasions, I've been out with friends who insist on paying for everyone's meal or drinks. This might seem like a genuine gesture, but it can often be a sign of somebody trying to appear wealthier than they are. I had a friend, let's call him Bob. Bob was always the first to offer to pay, whether it was for a round of drinks or a meal out. He drove a flashy car and wore designer clothes, but behind closed doors he was struggling with mounting debt and bill collectors. Being overly eager to foot the bill can be a tactic used by individuals pretending to be rich, as it creates an impression of financial comfort, but more often than not, it's simply masking their real financial situation. Number 3, avoiding money discussions. People who are pretending to be wealthy but are actually broke often avoid discussions about money. This isn't surprising when you consider that money is a taboo topic in many cultures, and discussing personal finances can be seen as disrespectful or rude. However, for those faking wealth, this provides a convenient excuse to dodge questions about their financial situation. They may change the subject or gloss over the details when the conversation turns to money matters. This allows them to keep up appearances and maintain their image of affluence without revealing the truth of their financial struggles. Interestingly, a study by Wells Fargo found that Americans find it more difficult to discuss their finances with family than death or politics. This societal discomfort around money discussions can make it easier for individuals to hide their true financial status. Number 4, heavy reliance on credit. Credit cards can be a lifesaver in an emergency. This I do not agree with whatsoever. Build an emergency fund with cash. But they can also be a dangerous trap for those pretending to be wealthy. People who are actually broke often rely heavily on credit to maintain their facade of affluence. Purchasing high-end items on credit card, frequent use of multiple credit cards, and continually maxing out credit limits are all signs of someone living beyond their means. They may appear to have a lot of spending power, but in reality, they're just racking up that debt. While it's not unusual to use credit cards for convenience or rewards, over-reliance on them can significantly deepen financial troubles lurking beneath the surface. Okay, I actually did a video on this one. It's called 7 Frugal Tips from Warren Buffett, and he literally says stay away from any forms of debt in order to create your wealth. Please check out that video. Moving on. Number 5, frequent job hopping. While everyone might change jobs or careers for various reasons, frequent job hopping can be a subtle sign of someone pretending to be wealthy but actually are broke. These individuals might switch jobs, often in search of a higher salary or a more prestigious title to keep up with their image of success. However, this lack of stability can also hint at financial insecurities. Job hopping may lead to inconsistent income, making it harder to manage finances effectively and potentially leading to financial struggles. If someone you know is frequently changing jobs while living a lavish lifestyle, it could be an indicator they are living beyond their means. Number 6, neglecting long-term financial planning. I did this in my 20s. One behavior that can reveal a lot about a person's true financial status is their approach on long-term financial planning. Those who pretend to be rich but are actually broke often neglect this crucial aspect of financial management. Their focus tends to be on maintaining their image in the present, leaving little for the future. They might not have savings or retirement plans. They might not even have a simple budget. This lack of planning can be heartbreaking consequences down the line, as they may face financial hardship with no safety net to fall back on. Watching someone you care about neglect their long-term financial health for the sake of appearance can be tough. It's a stark reminder that an outward show of wealth can sometimes mask inner financial struggles. Invest. It's not if you can, it is an actual must. Number 7, a constant need to upgrade. One behavior I have noticed in people pretending to be wealthy is a constant need to upgrade, whether it be their phones, their car, their clothes, or their home. The list can go on. I remember a time when I fell into this trap myself. I thought that having the latest and greatest or the newest car model would make me appear successful, but all it did was leave me with mounting piles of debt and the stress of keeping up with my own created image. The truth is, constant upgrading isn't sustainable and usually indicates a lack of financial stability. Real wealth isn't always about having the newest or the flashiest items, but having the financial security and freedom to make choices that enhance your life. So this is a huge one. So I think everybody thinks that the money aspect is what people put value on their life. And I think that mentality should change, or at least it is for me, because I have my health, and for me, that is my wealth. I don't consider how much I make to any longer define me as a person as to whom I'm successful. I have a beautiful, cute home. I have a wonderful husband, and we both have our health. That's what matters to me, not money. Number 8. Rarely talking about personal achievements. Interestingly, people who are genuinely wealthy often don't feel the need to constantly highlight their achievements or possessions. On the other hand, those pretending to be rich but who are actually broke may go out of their way to avoid discussions about their personal achievements. While this may seem contradicting, it is a tactic used to deflect the attention from their actual financial situation. By avoiding talking about their accomplishments, they can maintain the illusion of wealth without having to provide any real evidence. So, if someone is always showing off their material possessions but rarely talks about their personal or professional accomplishments, it might be a subtle sign they are not as wealthy as they appear. Number 9, excessive social media showcasing. And this one for me, I gotta love it. I haven't had social media in so long because I just found it to be all smoke and mirrors. So, nonetheless, here we go. In the age of social media, it's easier than ever to create an image of wealth and success. People pretending to be rich but are actually broke often resort to excessive showcasing on social media platforms. They may frequently post pictures of luxurious items, expensive vacations, or lavish parties. However, these posts can often be a smokescreen hiding their actual financial struggles. While it's perfectly normal to share exciting moments or purchases on social media, an overemphasis on showcasing a luxury lifestyle could indicate they are living beyond their means. Always remember, social media only tells you a portion of that story. Again, like I said, smoke and mirrors. Number 10, lack of financial transparency. Perhaps the most significant sign someone is pretending to be wealthy, but actually being broke is a general lack of financial transparency. These individuals rarely reveal the true status of their financial health. They might avoid discussing their income, debts, or savings. This secrecy allows them to maintain the illusion of wealth while hiding their actual financial struggles. When it comes to money matters, honesty and openness usually indicates financial confidence and stability. A lack of transparency, on the other hand, can often signal the opposite. So, this was an interesting article. Again, it's from Small Business Bonfires, and the title of this is People Who Pretend to be Rich but Are Actually Broke Usually Display These 10 Subtle Behaviors. I am your host, Katie. Until next time, thanks for joining.